Hello YouTube. If you're new to the channel, I do a lot of tool reviews, mostly middle of the road, some low end, high end sprinkled in, as long as some card tech tips and repairs. I'm currently doing a Made in USA series. I do a lot of the tool reviews in series format. I'll take 15, 20 different brands, which I buy with my own money, and review them against one another, and then usually do a follow-up. It seems pretty popular, and that's how I've been doing it for the past year or so. But typically I do mostly middle-of-the-road tools. This series being Made in USA, there are some higher-end tools like Matco. It's the nature of the beast. You know, USA-made tools are more expensive, but their quality is up there. Okay, this is a Matco ratchet, 3/8 dry flex head ratchet. The model number is BFR98LFX. It was around $140. The price varies depending on where you buy it. 88 tooth, which is kind of cool. You know, that's unique in itself, the 88 tooth count. It is 10 inches long, and it's made in USA. A lot of the cheaper 3/8 dry flex heads you buy, most of them are longer. I got like 5 or 6 other ones here, and they're all longer, except for, even the snap-on. Excuse me. So let's pick it up, and this is an unboxing. I've had it for 2 weeks. I used it 3 times so far. I will do a follow-up at the end of the year and see how much I like it. Matco is in the house. Take a gander. Bring it up to the camera. That's their logo they have. And that is stamped in. You can see it right there. It's stamped in. And it says 88. First I want to do is check the flex head part. Let's see how much plays in this bad boy. Very, very tight. I wouldn't expect anything less in this price range. The pin is adjustable. You can see the Allen right there. I don't know if it's 5, that might be, if I had to guess, it might be 5/16. It's either a quarter or 5/16. It is a locking flex head, which I really like. I'll get back to that in a second. There's the name. The name is laser etch, and there's a little flag, Made in USA. Always like seeing that. There's a model number, BFR98LFX. It is a comfort grip. It's in that pretty blue. That is a good looking color. And the handle is a dual composite. The light blue is a harder plastic, and the black and the inlay are a softer rubber compound. How does it feel in the hand? That's the first thing it always comes down to how a tool feels good in your hand. If it doesn't feel good in your hand, you're not going to use it. It's as simple as that, right? This doesn't feel too bad in my hand. I don't have any other grips like that. Matco's got its own grip. Seems pretty decent. I have small hands, by the way. Seems pretty good. Seems pretty comfortable. I'm not finding anything wrong with that. And let's see how tight the anvil is. The head is not sealed. And you can see the snap ring right there. Retaining ring, whatever you want to call it. And it's got the thin plate underneath. Typically, these designs have a lot of play. Let's see how much plays in this anvil. Not a lot. That's one of the better ones I've seen, but then again, I wouldn't expect anything less in this price range. $140 is nothing to sneeze at, right? Most of my subscribers I pretty much know are have middle-of-the-road tools. That's what I have. That's what the channel is all about. But then again, being made in USA, we're going to have some higher-end products. 10 inches long. I like the length, too, because a lot of your cheaper models mostly only have longer lengths. Instead of 10, it might be 13, 14 inches. Let's see how this works. Can you hear that? It's got its own distinct design. There's the locking pin. I'll show you on the reverse side. The back does protrude up a little bit. That could be an issue. I don't know. Only time will tell with this. You know, I got to put some work on it, which I'll gladly do. Let's see how it locks. It is locked. Doesn't flap around at all. How much play is it when it's locked? Not a lot of play in that position. Let's unlock it. The lever's a little tight, but then again, it's brand new. Let's put it in another position here. A little bit more play in that position, but I typically see that with any locking flex head. Some people prefer a locking flex head, some don't. I think you need both. The more options you have in today's cars, the better off you are. I like the sound of that when it's not locked. Hear it? That's got a unique sound. The reverse lever is recessed. I always like to see that. It does not protrude much over the top of the face of the ratchet. The chrome is very nice. I don't see any rough edges. Very, very smooth. It's aesthetically pleasing to look at. I like the color of the handle. Let's put a socket on here. I call this a meat and potatoes. Excuse me, guys. Matco is in the house. Let's take a gander. Let's see how tight it is on the anvil. It is tight, but it is brand new. Are you ready for the sound of the 88? Here we go. I have not taken it apart. I have not lubed it. This is right out of the package. I've had it for like 2 weeks. It's pretty crisp and clean. No skipping, no binding. I do like that. Sounds pretty nice. How much back drag has it got? It's not too bad. It's a pretty smooth ratchet. I would expect so. And it's definitely smooth. Not a lot of back drag. You know, it's not the best way to test for back drag, but it's the way we're doing it. Click. 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 It's pretty smooth. I will say that. It's definitely a nice design. I do like the way it locks. It just seems like a very, very well-built ratchet. I will be putting some use on this. I have a lot of ratchets, but we're going to put it in the rotation here. Let's compare the head size to a few others just for see how big it is. There's a Milwaukee 3/8 drive. Milwaukee's way bigger. You can see that. There it is next to a Vim. They're pretty close. There's the Vim. There's a Diehard, one of my favorites. Now you see this is one of my favorites and it's not locking. I like both designs. Sometimes locking can be a pain in the butt. You can't get the exact position. And sometimes unlocking can be a pain in the butt. It moves on you too much. You got to have options, guys. Here's a snap-on. Snap-on's not locking as well, at least that model. Here's the Ulsa. The Ulsa's definitely a little smaller. Here's a Craftsman V-Series. Those are pretty close to the same size. The Craftsman V-Series has a little step almost the same, but it's a little different how it steps down. This reminds me of that, the way it's cut out a little bit. Here's a new style gear wrench, which is definitely smaller. And here's another one of my favorites is the Carlisle, which is definitely smaller. So my overall thoughts, guys, very, very nice ratchet. It's a nice locking head. It seems very smooth, but very low back drag. Ergonomically, the handle feels pretty good in my hands. The cons, it's pricey, you know. I mean, if you're professional, yeah. Semi-professional, yeah. If you're a weekend warrior, do-it-yourselfer, it may be not for you. You know, it's just, it's pricey. There's a lot of other options out there that are half the price that are pretty good. But again, it's a made in USA series, so we're going to have some high-end products. You know, you want a good bang for the buck for that price range? Go with the Diehard. You know, you can go with Diehard. You can go with the Craftsman V-Series ratchet. You know, you can go with one of them, you know. You start getting the Carlisle. The Carlisle is just under 100, so that's getting up there almost with the tool truck brands are. So they're pretty proud of their product. But okay, that's it for today, guys. Tomorrow will be more USA stuff. We're going to keep pounding on USA stuff, and then eventually we'll have a finale with every USA tool I own, which is quite a bit. I can't do them all. I bet you I got hundreds and hundreds of USA made tools. We'll do a finale though, that'd be pretty cool. And then we're a mini series with I had the advanced DIYer where I did episode 1. It had a lot of good feedback, a lot of views. I'm going to do a follow-up. I'm going to do a mini series on that. I'm going to have a part 2 and a part 3 because there's so many tools you can put in there. All right, guys, that's it for today. I can babble all day long. I want to thank everybody else subscribed. You guys have been great, and overall, it's a pretty nice ratchet. Take care.